Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's Jay from Team DMA. Sorry I've been away for a while. Like I had said previously, it's gonna be like that for a while, for a few months, until everything slows down. Hope you guys had some good holidays, and there was a lot. You're right. And then there's still some more coming up, and then there's a lot going on for everybody. So welcome back, and let's discuss some topics real quick regarding the Dark Mission and what's going on in the TCG scene, particularly. As you already know, I usually just do TCG, so I wanted to discuss some pointers to help out the community. I didn't want to leave you guys without no knowledge or no feedback, to help out the Dark Mission community. So uh, I wanted to discuss on what's like being played right now heavily and what cards you're gonna need to be playing if you're planning on winning some duels. But if you're planning on losing all of your duels, then yeah, you it's probably what's going on to the Dark Mission community. They always need help. Um, and talking about help, Dark Magician Girl needs help. She ate a lot for the holidays. She gained some weight, so she's gonna be losing some weight for the New Year's resolution. Let's get on to the regular video, and let's take a look at some of the cards that we're gonna be discussing. The first card that we're gonna be discussing, I have already talked about this card for the last 2 months, but it's like a staple now everywhere. Like it doesn't matter where you go, it's active. They're playing 3. It's a very hand trap heavy meta. It's like draws everywhere, and you get ashed and draw all the time, and they hit you with the ghost spell. All the hand traps you can think of. It's a hand trap heavy format. It's been like that for a month. So the Dark Mission community, you might want to look into playing draw yourself. Maybe 1 or 2 copies in the main deck, because it does work and it shuts down a lot of decks, and vice versa. It works against the Dark Mission deck too. So in order to make the Dark Mission work, you have to accommodate the deck, considering that you're gonna have to take some draw. So because of that, you want to minimize your draw power, and that's why people are opting to lower the rod to 1, or some people are not even playing the rod. So you might be wondering, well, if we're not playing the rod, what the heck are we doing? Well, what they're doing is they're maximizing the number of the search cards. So for example, the circle or the eternal, where they wouldn't play any or play it at 1, they're switching to playing like 2 eternal, 3 circle, or 2 circle. That way Rod doesn't have to search anymore, you just draw it. So you're gonna want to you spread out your deck, like all monsters, all spells and traps, and look at the searchers, and you want to actually maximize your plays right now. And Dark Mission has some cards that can work around draw. Some of the examples are Magician Souls. They can dump the Dark Mission and Dark Mission Girl to the graveyard and then special summon it. And then the other one is Salvation. Salvation can search your Eternal and set it, because it's not getting it to your hand, it's setting it to the field. So those cards are just a few cards that you could utilize to do what you gotta do. Another good pointer is you have to get rid of the preparation right now. The preparation are no good. If you're playing preparation or rights, you're probably not winning any of your duels. You're gonna have to increase the Illusion of Chaos to 3, because what happens is you activate the Illusion of Chaos, you get the card you need, and then they draw you, but it doesn't matter because you already drew what you need. So you have to keep that in mind, unless you have like a called by or Dimension Shifter they won't even hit the graveyard, or any other card that you can think of, like a Sales Ban. There's other cards like that too you can activate, and they can't activate the cards anymore. But yeah, those are some options. People do play the, what's it called, crossout designator, and then they target their own draw. They play 1 of each, like they'll play 2 or 3 crossout designator, and they'll play 1 draw, 1 ash, like that, 1 effect, 1 of each. And when the opponent plays the card, they just trigger it and negate it. That's another way that you could do it. Those are like the top tier decks. There's nothing wrong with doing it on a Dark Mission deck. It can work. It can work. So those are some things that you want to keep in mind. Like, don't think it's not a thinking anymore. It's a doing time right now. Don't think you're not gonna get draw. Don't think what you should do for draws. Like, you have to already have your plan for draw. If you don't, you're not gonna win any duels because you won't even be able to get over the draw. Basically, Dark Mission community, most of the all the Dark Mission community, they lose to the draw. So, like I said, keep that in mind, and you might want to play one or two draws. The other card that's being played heavily, like at 2 or 3, and it's funny because it's actually being mained, is evenly matched. So you're gonna have to be able to have a negate on the board to stop that evenly matched because it's happening a lot. They're hitting you with the draw and then they evenly back to back. And I'm not gonna lie, it is like broken. It's pretty broken. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna argue with that because they stop your searches so you're dead, and then the little bit of cards that you have left they evenly, and then they wipe your board. So you're gonna want to have some negates. On my AC-130, I have Bribe, the Dragoon, the Naruto, and there's another few cards. Sometimes I put the left hand to ensure none of those cards play through the Magician's right hand, and I play the right and the left hand sometimes. But yeah, you're gonna wanna consider this when you go first. You don't wanna. You don't. It doesn't really matter if you put evenly in your deck. But when you go second, you have to play it at 2 or 3. When you go second, mandatory. If you don't, you're not gonna be winning your duels because the boards right now are too ugly, too nasty. And I have told you guys before to do the 2-2-2-2. So we're gonna be discussing that as we go along. So you want to do 2 of these going second for sure. Village of the Spellcasters. I usually never recommend this card, but right now how I'm seeing how broken the spell cards on some decks, and just the combination and maximizing of these decks that are playing their spells, like their floodgating special, or should I say their special summoning spam, and then they're just their spells. They're just the spells are too broken right now. Some of the spells can be active as quick plays. Some of the cards, like, they trigger the effect, you try to stop it, and their spells change to negate your effects. Like, it's pretty ugly. Like Fire Kings, and there's a lot of decks like that. Like, they can trigger it, Runic, and there's a lot of decks. And yeah, you're going to definitely want to be playing the village. I would play it at 2. But when you have village, you're gonna want to play it in combination with floodgates. So basically, a good example would be you can have like a rivalry. So they won't link. They can't link climb or nothing because they can only stick to whatever their archetype is, and they won't be able to switch to spellcasters. Now, if you're playing against a spellcaster deck, you can play like a Circle Eternal to banish it, or you can find there's other traps that you can play to either like Crackdown. There's a lot of cards that you can play to either destroy the card or send it back to the deck or steal it. You can steal their monsters and stop those spellcasters from coming out. Another good way to do it would be to have some Omni Negates on the board together with the right hand, because even if they have spellcasters, they won't resolve. But one of the cards that I've been seeing that's been played a lot with the village, like Double Village and like double summon limit. So what happens is you set it face down, and they summon once, they summon a second monster, and when they summon the second monster, you chain to summon limit, and that's how the rules and regulations go about the technical play of summon limit. You can trigger it. You don't. A lot of people think that the summon limit has to be triggered the whole time. No, it's similar to what's that card? The card's name. There's a card that lets you search a field spell. It's a quick play, or there's a trap as well. And basically, when they summon 2, you chain it and you put on the field spell. You put I forget the name of the spell, but it says when they summon 2 or 3 monsters, their opponent's turn ends. So you could do all these. You could do all this crazy stuff with the summon limit and the field spell. If you have any questions about that, ask me, and I'll go look at the card and I'll show you what it's called. Uh, but yeah, definitely, this is a card you're gonna want to be playing. I'm starting to play it myself, but like I said, the key is to have some floodgates to prevent them from link climbing. Because the whole goal, like the village is already in the past, right? You already know how to play village. You grab it in your hand, you play it. The other part is the key, the one that ensures like almost 100% victory, is stopping the specials because they're gonna link climb to a spellcaster. So what you want to do is lock them, and it'll be auto when you don't even need dragoon. It's just stopping the from them from going to a spellcaster, no spells, and it's a game. You're gonna be winning almost all your games. And here's the summon limit that I was talking about. It's quite broken if you play it together with village. I've been trying it and it works pretty good because we have to adapt to the meta. We have to adapt to what's being played. If you go against the grain, you're never gonna win duels. You have to adapt. So the AC 130 went through some changes just to adapt to the current situation. Um, so at 2 the summon limit, and then lightning storm, obviously it's semi-limited, so you can play it at 2. So yeah, so this one going second, you need 2. And remember what I said, 2 2 2 2. So it's gonna be 2 evenly, 2 lightning storm, 2 what we'll be talking about the next one as we move forward. But yeah, this card can be broken, followed up by a lot of cards. You should already know all the broken cards. This is one of them. If you guys need any cards on this list, let me know. From the rarity collection, I opened the full box, so I have a bunch of cards. I have most of them like on the super saved. They're like $1 card for Team DMA. Everybody outside, they're different prices, but Team DMA, they're $1 per card. And let's see here. The Dark Ruler no more. This is one of the 2/2/2s. So you want to play 2 Dark Rulers, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 evenly matched. And I keep forgetting the other 2 cards, but we'll get to it. But yeah, you're gonna want the 2 ofs because the boards are too broken. The back rows are too broken. A lot of the decks are playing heavy back row, heavy front row, and I know those are rigged because, like me personally, I've been playing and I haven't been getting 80% win rate, to be honest. And I'm not ashamed. And I mean, I don't think it's a surprise, right? Because it changes and you have to change your deck to accommodate to the certain meta. So once I did the 2/2/2/2, then obviously my win rate started increasing and went back up to 80%. And all it is a Dark Ruler and then the Vortex or some Regekis. I think that's what it is. It's 2 Dark Rulers, 2 Regekis, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 evenly matched. And I play 2 draw. And it does pretty good. It is pretty solid. You just freeze the board, and then you just blow it up, and then you blow up the back row too. With the evenly, if you can freeze the board and then evenly you get rid of everything, you just have 1 card left and it can't do anything, and you have your free reign of your cards. So yeah, Dark Ruler No More is definitely a card that you're gonna be playing, and people are playing this card too. So that's gonna end the video for that. We're gonna go on to another Dark Mission image. So that's gonna be it for the video. It's just giving you some tips, recommendations of what's going on, because I don't want to be away from the scene for too long, and then because I'm away from the scene, not give you guys any heads up of what's going on, especially with people that are struggling. Just a quick recap. Just remember that the draw is like everywhere now, so you have to be ready for the draw. Like always, like it's mandatory. It's like 100% mandatory. If you're not ready for it, then I already know you're not gonna win any duels. So you're gonna want to have that for the draw, and then you're gonna have to be playing some draws yourself or blocking the draw. So switching out a lot of the searchers for cards that are maximizing, like you're no longer searching, you have the card already and you trigger it, because right now it's like a low search percentage. I mean, you can search, but like I said, you're getting drawn, so that's gonna make you lose. So you're gonna want to adapt right now your Dark Mission deck to it. And then the other one playing the 2/2/2s. I've been saying that for about 2 years, which is going second. It's just a bunch of broken cards, the Dark Rulers, Regekis, Lightning Storm, evenly matched, and that's it. That's how you win your duels. Going first, the profile obviously minimizing the draw, like I was saying, and you can do salesman or other cards like the crossout designator. If you don't want to do that, you just take out the draw, the search and the draw, and when you do that, you get the actual cards that you would search. You put them at 2 or 3, so your searchers are no longer searching. You're just drawing the actual card and then triggering it. And you're gonna want to play some floodgates on top of everything, because that's the only way to beat the current situation. You want to freeze them with the village, and I'm gonna be showing some duels where I do that, so you can see all that stuff. So the AC-130 did go through some changes. It's only for this season, like the 2024, because of how everything's been formatted. It's very, very difficult, and I've been saying it for 2 years or 3 that the casual duel era is like over. You can't do casual duels no more. They have 10 negates. There's just, they're hitting you with too many broken cards. It's not a joke. And that's why I know people rig their videos, because when you go to the channel, they show you doing all this stuff and you can't really do any of that. You can't really do any of that. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for the video. So hopefully you liked the video. Have any questions or concerns, let me know. And before I sign off, I'll be doing another video regarding the shop and what's been selling, hot items and stuff like that. Cards that you're gonna need. If you guys need any cards or anything Dark Magician related, let me know, because all the way from God willing, from was it January to like May, I sell like a lot of product, and then after that it kind of slows down. And then make sure you pick up some of the cards before they go too expensive, because people reach out to me when cards are too expensive and I can't accommodate them anymore. I'm gonna be posting some $1 cards also, and then full decks as well in the coming week or 2. And then another quick note before I end the video, I'm gonna have Magician Souls coming. So I already have a waiting list of people waiting for them, and I ordered, I think, a playset or 2. I don't remember, because I asked the guy who gets them. I didn't want to get the structure decks, but the guy said he's gonna get several structure decks, and I told him to save me the commons. So I'm gonna be having Magician Souls. They're from the structure deck Illusion of the Dark Magicians. So nobody else is gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna be saving some for you guys. And with that being said, you guys, God bless, take care, and Dark Magic Attack.